It's winter at home in Indiana, but here in Florida, it's
the summer.
Okay, hey friends, we're here today at Universal Orlando to celebrate my great nephew Avery's birthday. You'll see him a little bit later in the video. We flew in late last night. This is a very short trip for us, but we're down here to go to the Orlando Informer Meetup event later tonight.
And when we say a short trip, we mean a short trip. Flew in late last night, we're going to the party tonight, we're flying out tomorrow.
That's right, but for now we're gonna enjoy the Dockside Inn, so let's go inside and check it out.
Let's do it.
This resort is a part of Universal's Value Inn and Suites class of resorts. Now, if you aren't familiar with Universal, they have three categories for their resorts. They have the Value Inn and Suites, which is where we're staying, the Prime Value Hotels, and the Signature Collection resorts. Now, the Value Inn category also includes the sister resort, Endless Summer Surfside Inn, which is right across the street, and the Cabana Bay Beach Resort. The value resorts, they're going to be your fun, affordable rooms if you plan to stay on Universal property. I would say they're similar to the All-Star resorts if you're more familiar with Disney World than Universal. So they're nothing fancy, but they do offer a fun atmosphere with a budget-friendly cost point, which we'll break down here in a bit. And the best part about staying at a Universal resort is you can get early entry into the parks. So with that said, let's take a look at Dockside Inn. Dockside Inn is a relatively new resort here at Universal. It opened in December of 2020 and has a coastal retreat theme, whereas its sister resort, Surfside Inn, has a surfing theme. But both resorts are named after Endless Summer, the surf documentary film from the 1960s. And if you've seen it, let us know in the comments, because I'll be honest, I've never heard of it and not sure if it's something that I should watch or not. So heading inside, as you enter, you can see a lot of seating here in the center of the room, which is really nice. And I also just really love the decor in here generally. Lots of warm wood tones and natural light from the windows. Kind of has that throwback 60s color palettes with your blues, greens, oranges, and yellows. To me, it feels pretty cozy. And I also love that the lobby furniture even has some built-in charging stations for your electric devices too. So if you're hanging out in the lobby, you can still charge your phone or your laptops if you're doing some work. So looking around here, this is where you're going to find a lot of the resort's amenities. For instance, the Sunset Lounge is right over here, and it's open from 1 p.m. to midnight on Friday and Saturday, and from 4 p.m. to midnight the rest of the week. Now, they don't serve food here, but it's a nice place to just grab a drink and relax at the end of your park day, or if you're taking a break in the middle of your day as well. And most importantly, they have a Starbucks right here in the lobby, so no worries about your caffeine needs being met. Starbucks is open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day of the week. They of course have all the beverages that you would expect from a Starbucks, as well as some quick sandwiches and snacks, so it'd be a great stop if you just want to grab something quick before heading into the parks. Across the way in the lobby, you'll see the Universal store, which we'll check out later. But first, let's head over here to the right and go to the check-in desk. Now, when it comes to checking in, Universal does offer mobile check-in through their app, and you should get an email with check-in instructions about 24 hours prior to your trip. Now, this may reduce your overall wait time when you arrive, but you will still have to stop at the front desk to get your room keys. And if you did use the app for check-in, then just look for these signs here in the lobby asking if you've already checked in, and you'll use that line instead of the main queue, and it should be a little faster to get your room keys. And speaking of keys, Universal doesn't offer magic bands like they have at Disney, but your room key kind of serves that purpose, at least for purchase it. And that's because your room key will allow you to charge your purchases across the Universal Orlando Resort to your room. So you might want to make sure to have a lanyard or a place to keep your room key safe when you're at the parks. Also, if you're staying at one of the signature resorts, your room key comes equipped with Universal Express Unlimited as well, so you'll be using that key a lot on your vacation. So that's a pretty handy feature to have when you're staying here on site. Now, next to the check-in desk, you'll find luggage services. This is where you can store your bags if your room's not ready on your check-in day, or if you have some time to kill when you're leaving on your checkout day, you can just drop your bags here and they'll hold them until you're ready to leave. There's also a car rental desk here, so if you need to rent a car during your stay, you can. So as we head to our room, let's chat about the room types. Endless Summer Dockside Inn has two types of rooms. You have your standard rooms, which sleep up to 4, and 2-bedroom suites, which can sleep up to 6. Now, since there's only 3 of us on this trip, we opted for the standard room with the standard view, but they also have pool views and accessible room options as well. So let's get inside and check it out. Okay, how about we go on a little room tour? Now, we got in really late last night. It was 12:30 a.m.
We are pretty exhausted because we got up early this morning too, because fun fact, kids don't like to sleep in apparently. So I'm gonna put in the footage from last night here so you don't see how we've already trashed the room, but let's go through the room and we can show you what it's like. So first thing to know here, your room key will double as your power switch for the light. So you'll just need to put one key in here and that will allow you to turn on the lights when you get in. Here on the right hand side, you have a full length mirror with some hooks to hang some jackets and hats and bags and things like that. So that's a really nice feature. And going around the corner to the right, you have your vanity area with one sink. It has a couple of shelves underneath, your towels, a little bar of soap is the only toiletry items I'm seeing out here. Comes with some Kleenex and kind of a mini hair dryer. It's not the best hair dryer, but it's kind of your standard hotel hair dryer. In here is going to be your shower. Again, this is a pretty small room, but the shower itself is decent size. I really like these curved doors. I like also that the handle for turning on the water is on one side and the shower head's on the other. This also has a clothesline in here so you can hang up wet swimsuits or towels and things like that. And it does come with a few toiletries in here as well. You have shampoo, conditioner, and a bar of soap, it looks like. Now back out here across from the vanity area, you have a little closet that has some extra pillows and blankets up top. You also have some hangers and an ironing board, a luggage rack, and a room safe. So you can keep all your stuff safe while you're here and hang up everything that you need to.
Then you got two lazy bums.
We're no lazy bums.
We have a infestation of lazy bums.
This room comes with two queen-size beds, and being the Dockside Inn, we have some artwork up there of the dock with looks like a surfboard because their sister resort is right across the way, a Surfside Inn, sorry. Over here, the desk area is nice and long, so you have plenty of room to put some stuff down. Has a fun art piece here, Catch the Wave, with again some beach theme and surfing things. Under the desk here, the first door is a refrigerator. Now this is a full-size refrigerator, not just a beverage cooler like you find often at Disney resorts, so that's nice. It does have three small drawers, not a ton of storage, but enough to put some things away while you're here. It also has a pull-out seat. This is not storage. We tried to open it up last night and couldn't. But it does give you some extra seating in here if you need to sit down.
So you can see we have a Cuisinart coffee maker. This is a private collection coffee. We'll see how it compares to Joffrey's. I'm holding decaf, which we know I will not drink. Set that aside. Go over here to the regular. This is the one we're going to try tomorrow and see how it compares.
And next to the coffee maker, you do have some additional outlets. There's a USB-C and a USB-A plug, as well as a couple of standard plugs and your light switch. You're also going to have your telephone and a menu here for Dockside Inn room pizza delivery. Here in the corner, we have another chair for you to sit in and a lamp. And the beds themselves have a couple of reading lights overhead, so you just pull the chain if you want to turn that on. And then here in the middle is kind of your nightstand. Now this doesn't open either. This is just for decor purposes, but you have a little shelf. It comes with an alarm clock. So all in all, it's a standard room, nothing fancy, but definitely meet your needs. And it's nice and bright, and I love the decor and just kind of the feel of the beach vibe in here. So let's talk about the one thing everybody wants to know, and that's the cost. We are here in late February for a quick trip for my nephew's birthday, so you'll see him in this video. We are here with 2 adults and 1 child. The cost for standard room, standard view is $152 for one night, and we could have chosen a pool view for $172 if we wanted to. However, since this was a short trip, we just chose the standard view, but we got upgraded last night, so let me show you our view of the pool. They upgraded us, so we actually do have a pool view. Now this is the pool for the Tower 1 section, which we'll go down and check out a little bit more here in a minute. But that was a fun surprise to come in late and find out that we have a nice view. Now this resort also offers 6-person suites. This is a standard room that will sleep up to 4, but they do have rooms also that will hold up to 6 people. I think they have like a pull-out couch, and those rooms start at about $225 a night for a standard room. So it just kind of gives you an idea of price point when you're looking for your Universal vacation.
Well, the room is nice and all, but I am getting kind of hungry, so let's go grab some breakfast.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, let's talk about food options here. There's not a table service restaurant here at this resort, but they do have the Pier 8 Market. Now this is going to be your quick service location that offers options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It is open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and it's designed to look like a coastal market with several food stations to choose from. And the colors here are very beach-like too, so it has a nice vibe to it. Now for breakfast, they have a good variety of pastries, bagels, donuts, and other bakery options, as well as some oatmeal and yogurt. But if you're looking for something a little more substantial, they also offer a variety of breakfast sandwiches and croissants, breakfast scramble bowls, and breakfast pizzas, as well as classic things like pancakes, waffles, and French toast. So there's bound to be something to please everyone.
And now that we've had a good breakfast, let's go outside and check out the pool.
Endless Summer Dockside Inn has 2 pools and splash pads, and they are located in the courtyard for each tower. We're here now outside the main tower, so this is Tower 1, and as you can see, this is a pretty decent sized pool with several lounge chairs out here for seating. They even have a selection of chairs here in the sand if you want to pretend you're at the beach. Personally, I'm not a fan of sand sticking to me, so I'll save those chairs for someone else. But both pools will have life vests and towels available for your use, so you won't need to worry about bringing any of that with you. And throughout the day, they'll usually offer some sort of poolside activities as well. So just be sure to stop by the front desk and see what's going on when you're here for your stay. I will say the only negative here is that there's no water slides or cabanas or poolside food service like you can find at other Universal resorts. So if that's important to you and your family, this may not be the best resort for you. Now, I mentioned that there's no poolside food service here, but there is a poolside bar near each pool. So here at Tower 1, it's the Oasis Beach Bar, and over at Tower 2, it's the Wave Makers Pool Bar. These pool bars, they're going to have a variety of beer, wine, and cocktails for you to enjoy while relaxing in the pool, as well as some non-alcoholic options and smoothies as well. And it looks like the hours are 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., which is honestly pretty late for a pool bar, I think.
So I'm trying the 28 North 81 West, which is Casamigos Blanca tequila blended with sweet pomegranate lime and finished with a sparkling Fever Tree ginger beer. And Matt is having the Flyer, which is Maker's Mark bourbon mixed with a spicy mango, orange, and a sweet and sour for the refreshing fresh finish.
Ooh, that's not bad. I was afraid it was gonna be a little too sweet because I normally like a little stronger drink. But the spicy mango actually is a really nice finish on that. It's not bad.
That's good too. Definitely has a really strong tequila flavor in there. And the ginger beer has kind of like a finish at the end, kind of like sits in the back of your throat. But the pomegranate's not too sweet. I'd say it's a pretty good cocktail. And we got Avery a strawberry daiquiri minus the rum. What do you think of it, bud?
It's good.
Yeah? Is it refreshing? Well, we had a fun day at the pool. Should we go get some lunch?
Yep, I'm starving.
Starving?
Yes.
Oh boy, we better go eat. Let's see what they have.
Okay, back at the Pier 8 Market now for a little bit of lunch. It looks like the lunch and dinner options here will be kind of your standard theme park food that you're used to seeing. So they have a variety of soups and sandwiches. They have burgers, tacos, chicken fingers, and pizzas, and things like that. There's also these refillable resort mugs. Now, much like Disney, these mugs are only good at the resorts and cannot be used to refill in the parks. But unlike Disney, Universal does actually offer refillable mugs for purchase when you're in the parks, but it is a separate purchase, so that's kind of a bummer. You can't just take this mug and use it in both places, but at least it's nice to know that it's available for your park day.
So I decided to go with a build-your-own salad at the time about 85 cents per ounce. Had your typical greens and veggies on there and some meat options. Not too bad. Went with the sweet drink at the pool, so decided to go a little bit healthier, but looks good. Got a Greek dressing, but they also had avocado ranch and balsamic and a few others there. But yeah, looks everything fresh, looks good. Can't wait to dig in.
And I picked up the Baja Chicken Tacos. Comes with 2 tacos and a side of chips and a little cup of salsa here. So the verdict is the tacos are pretty good. They have a nice like avocado lime crema on there. Is it the best taco you're ever gonna have? No, but it's pretty decent for being at a theme park resort. So I would recommend, I would get them again.
And I got a side of mac and cheese with some chicken tenders and honey mustard. Looks really good.
Continuing our tour now, there are on-site laundry centers available in both towers. They are on floors 3, 6, and 9 and include credit and coin-operated washers and dryers. Pricing looks to be about $3 to wash and $3 to dry on average, and $1 if you need laundry detergent. So if you do need to do some laundry while you're here, it's nice to know that's an option. Moving on to gaming, if you or your kids want to play some arcade games during your visit, they do have a small arcade room located on the first floor in Tower 2, and it's not super big, but it has enough to keep your kiddos entertained for a couple of hours. Now, another feature here, and something you won't get at a Disney World Value Resort, is a fitness center. But here, all the guests have access to use the fitness center, and it's located on the first floor in Tower 1. And there's a variety of machines in here, such as treadmills, ellipticals, and bikes, as well as weights and other equipment. Now, you do need your room key for access, and it looks like it's open from about 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. We are almost done with our tour now, but first we have to visit the merchandise store. They do have an official resort store here in the lobby. It offers a variety of merchandise that you can find in the parks, as well as a selection of merch specific to Dockside Inn. There's also a small selection of sundries, snacks, and other items, so if you forgot anything on your trip, they may have it here. And speaking of merch, Universal offers a program where they will deliver the items you purchase inside the parks back to your resort. Now, the package delivery will be between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. the next day, so we wouldn't recommend using the service on the day before checkout. But if that's something you're interested in, just speak to a cast member in the parks and they can help you. They can even ship items to your home for a fee as well. Okay, wrapping up now, let's quickly talk about parking and shuttles. Unfortunately, the only form of transportation from Dockside Inn to the parks or City Walk is the bus, but you can pick it up just right outside of the lobby. The bus service is complimentary, and they usually start an hour before early park entry and run until about 2 a.m. The shuttles run on average about every 15 minutes, but sometimes more frequently during peak times or busy seasons. And I'd say it takes about 7 to 10 minutes at the most to get to the drop-off point at the parks. So be sure you allow yourself enough time to get where you need to be. And one last quick note. If you need to rent a mobility scooter during your stay, Universal does have a list of preferred vendors on their website that will drop off equipment to the hotel. So that's a nice option if you need it.
Well, friends, that's a wrap on our resort tour here at Endless Summer Dockside Inn. We hope you enjoyed watching. Hope you learned a little bit of something about the resort and see if it's right for you and your family on your Universal vacation. So if you did like the video, if you found it enjoyable in any way, we'd appreciate it if you give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Summer is so much better than winter.
Agreed.
Cheers.
Cheers.